What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today we got a new week in Idle Heroes, and there is a new Treasure Train series, and to be honest, it's not quite that good. It's not quite that good. We can check it out. Oh, not there. Here. Treasure Train Hero Merge, it's called. And well, the treasures itself are pretty strong. No idea where they got Onkirimaru's mask here. Okay. But the problem is they are for Tower of Dreams, Tower of Oblivion, Sealand, and Aspen Dungeon, and yeah, not that difficult game modes, at least if you consider it from an endgame perspective. We got Tower of Dream, Tower of Oblivion. Well, I guess step 30 still is kind of difficult, but we already cleared that win for the leaderboard, got that, so that's nice. Sealand, it is very easy now for me. Aspen Dungeon is cleared, so you can't really make use of those treasures, and a lot of people were waiting for this new series for one particular reason. I announced that last month, actually. I said that there was probably, or I was thinking that there is going to be a new treasure series. The reason people are waiting for it is because you get this event, Series Collection event, and you can use it and you can complete it with normal treasure tokens. So what does that mean? Basically, every treasure token you use gives you 1 point, and you need 100 points to reach the last reward, which is a pink chest, and you can complete that as often as you want. So this is basically in its essence an upgraded form of the monthly treasure train event that you can find here, where you need 150 points to get chests. The only problem is, well, in this version of the event, you only get those chests with the crown, and those only give you the Hero Match series. So that in itself makes it uninteresting again, but not for us. It is a new series. I want to get it. There is a lot of loot here, and we still get the basic stats, so we are going to go for it. I was planning on a live stream, and my internet sadly doesn't allow that at the moment. There is quite some lags. I have no idea. I had an electrician over today, and he did some stuff, and apparently that harmed my internet. I have no idea. I have to figure that one out. But so we make a video. Maybe we'll split it in 2 parts. I don't really want to upload a 40-minute video, rather split into 20 minutes or something like that. I have no idea how long that will take. I will open them one by one. I know a lot of you guys hate that, but honestly, I much prefer it. I much prefer it. So let's get into that. Let's do our first 100 tickets. Got in for a full one there already. And a lot of those treasures are pretty good. Like, they are very good for their intended purpose, which is Tower of Dreams and Sealand. They give you block, they give you attack, all damage dealt. We have all of that stuff in there. So it is pretty interesting. It is pretty good. Got a full first orange one there. Very nice. I like the design as well. It's also pretty good design. And I'm always a fan of new basic Treasure Train series, just because, well, we get some new treasures. It can be interesting. Of course, the next orange one, very nice. It can be interesting, of course, to make some progress in certain game modes. You can save towards going for them, and the event itself is pretty worth it for people like me that have a lot of Treasure Train series max anyway. Oh, I thought we get the first full pink one. Because you can go into there, you can spend your basic treasure train tickets, and you get a lot of chests in return. So you get a lot of extra treasures, which makes those really the optimal point to spend treasure train tickets for me. Because I have the other stuff, not really in any need to do the monthly event anymore. And that actually made me reconsider the monthly event. I think I am not longer going to do it. Those 150 treasure tokens, yeah, of course I can go for it. But is this red or orange? Looks so weird. I think it's red. Looks very orange. Okay, very weird. And the only reason for me to really go for that would be if I needed like another treasure from Euro Token series, for example. Or if I had crystals, because obviously I can't use those crystals to complete the monthly event. I like those crystals. If I have enough of those, obviously I can go for the monthly. But those treasure tickets, I think they have to go for such an event where you get a new Treasure Train series, because they are well worth more in there. I think for free-to-play, that's not really an approachable way, a good way to deal with such events. I mean, it would be more loot in theory, but you would also wait forever to use your Treasure Train tickets, and I think in that sense it's worth it to just go for the monthly one, get your tokens there, and then that is that. Unless you, of course, spend a little bit maybe and can get some treasure tokens. That is another story. But you have to reconsider that for yourself, I guess. I think the way I'm going to approach, as I said, is crystals for the monthly stuff, the noble treasure tokens then for a new treasure series release. So that is what we're going to do. And then there's, of course, guild collection. Yeah, horrible slow progress there. Still waiting. Ooh, full on Kirimaru mask. Still no full pink one, I think. But we got 4 times orange there. Very nice. I'm going to save my tickets for the monthly one. Guild collection, there is really no progress at the moment. We get like 3 treasure tickets a day. Yeah, and I have no patience. I have no patience at all. I really can't see myself saving those up. So yeah, that's a bit of a thing. In all honesty, there it is, finally, first pink full one. Was about time. We already did like 200 tickets or something. Oh no, 100 tickets. So it's good. It's good. I don't complain. Yeah, so there's very slow progress. I was waiting for a cat, like the cat artifact, but didn't happen. Didn't happen. I'm still on a very high level on 3-star cat, I think. And yeah, I would love to have that 4-star because that's a very nice multiplier for warrior damage. And yeah, it just didn't happen. Also, I was re-rolling my LFA today, you know, the SS tier copy. If you haven't seen the videos yet, I made 2 videos on SS tier LFA. 3 videos on SS tier LFA. Made the first one, and then we made on Broken Spaces, then we made 1 on Flame Shrine and 1 on Star Expedition, with the strategy, by the way, for the first boss. If you've wondered what Omega Project uses there, well, a lot of Omega Project members, well, you can see it right there, it's just there. It's a little bit of a guide, not too much of a guide, really. It's just me showing off the setup, doing some huge hits. Get some E plus 17 damage there, which is rather nice, so make sure to watch that. I did some rerolls on this LFA today, though, and I have to say it's horrible. Like, I did 35 hammers, didn't see a single better roll. And it's quite hard to do so, because we need 4 stats, 2 of which have to be like GKD Fire. And we can use skill damage, that's alright. Holy damage is decent, though it's already like no longer that great ever since we got, full orange one, ever since we got the Holy Damage Festival treasure. And so it's really like, the god roll I would be looking for would be like Hunter Focus, GK, the Fire, and skill damage. That would be the real god roll. We can of course use some immunities, but I want the huge damage numbers, so I want damage multipliers. And getting that exact god rolls, that can take hundreds of hammers. Hundreds of hammers, hundreds of weeks. And it's arguably still much harder to roll like 4 perfect stats, obviously, on an S tier than it is to get 3 perfect stats on an A tier. And that is kind of horrible, because DH, they said to me like, hey, we want people to use S tiers, we want people to buy S tiers and be interested in S tiers, because they were at the point where they had this awakening tier, S tier, and nobody really cared too much about it. Obviously there were those ways that said like, okay, I have the biggest DTV, I have the biggest LFA, and then there were like players like you and me, oh, full pink one, nice, that said, okay, maybe I'm good enough with a B tier copy. Maybe I'm good enough with an A minus copy or something like that. Or even a C tier. Honestly, I didn't mind my B TBB for a long time. It was perfectly fine. Did everything in PvE. Worked well. I bought it for, I think 300 Starry Gems, something like that. Or 400 Starry Gems, I think it was, with CI offset control precision, and that worked well. And that was like a situation the H was in, and were like, we kind of want you guys to use the S tiers. And that is when they thought about soul power, I figure. And soul power, yeah, is a reason to use an S tier, because you can just get so much more power there. But they didn't fix the rerolling stuff. They asked us about that, and at least me, and I answered them, told them, well, it would be kind of nice if you just had full orange one, if you just had 1 stat on S tier that you can just decide, or during a reroll that you can adjust and say like, okay, that's guaranteed to be Giant Killer. Or in another situation where they changed it to S tier just gets 3 stats, the same as A tier, but they also get an immunity, and this immunity you can switch around as however you want. So you have like a regular roll, and then you have your immunity that you can switch around. And they decided to not focus on this issue at all, of the horrible experience with re-rolling S tiers, and instead brought us soul power, which, I mean, like, in terms of money, probably was a pretty good decision. But still, we have this re-rolling issue, and it's kind of annoying. And, you know, I bought a lot of S tiers in recent times. And yeah, there's like no way I get enough hammers to put perfect rolls on them in any reasonable amount of time. And yeah, that's kind of bad. I mean, the situation obviously got better. We had like, I think it was 10 hammers or something. Ooh, full pink one, nice. We had like 10 hammers per month or something at the beginning when they first released those heroes. And I remember vividly that me and Karma, we both bought A- SFX. And we bought them at a pretty good time, actually. At the time where people thought they were pretty expensive. With like 20,000 starry gems or something. We bought horrible copies, but we both bought one, and you needed them to clear Void Vortex. Dominator, I think it was. And we wanted to get GK, because GK was the key. We all knew GK, SFX can clear Void Vortex, and I think Karma spent his 10 hammers, I spent my 10 hammers, neither of us got Giant Killer. Any roll with Giant Killer, nice orange one. And then we had to wait for like a month. And that was so horrible. But in the end, I have to say it turned out pretty well. Because what happened was the prices for SFX went through the roof. Like insanely through the roof. People wanted an SSFX or an A- SFX it was, not SSFX. And because they saw like the videos of people with Giant Killer clearing tower stages and everything. And it was madness and people wanted it. And so when I finally had my GK on my SFX and cleared my Void Vortex, I decided to sell mine and sold it for like 85,000 starry gems. Which was madness. I made like 65,000 starry gems profit on that. But still, that time was even more horrible, because imagine like you have this copy, you have this huge copy, and you really want to clear Void Vortex and get on that leaderboard, and then you can't roll Giant Killer until now you have to wait for a month. And that kind of feels bad. That kind of feels bad, I have to say. And yeah, today we obviously have a better situation. You can get some daily hammers, so 5 daily hammers if you spend the money for it. And then you have the weekly hammers, which are 30, and you can get them for contract story. So is available free to play if you want that. You can get some 3 summons, retire something, and then you can get hammers, which is good. They are nowhere in events, which is a little bit weird. Like, we had one event where you got like 5 hammers, and ever since there has not been a single event where you got hammers anywhere. And it's kind of feels weird to me, because I think players would appreciate it. Players would appreciate it. Players would say, oh, that's nice. Maybe not even list them at such a high point in any event. Put them at some place that free-to-play can reach and just give them some free hammers. Oh, full pink one. That's the all-damage dealt one, I think. It says Vesa on it. It says Vesa. That's pretty cool. We have to check that out later. Put them at the point where free-to-play can reach them. Everybody will be happy. Whales will be happy they get some hammers. Whales are always happy when they get hammers. That's such an easy and cool event reward. I mean, you shouldn't overdo it. It should not end up with like whales having 500 hammers in their bag and no way to use them. That's bad for business. That's bad for business for them. I understand that. Does not make too much sense. But give people like 5 hammers or something in a regular big event. That's pretty cool. Ooh, and that's pretty cool as well. Another full pink one. I think we got reasonably lucky till now. Got some pretty big rolls. And I'm honestly eager to see how much our stats improve. And I mean, we still have to use those chests. That will be a little bit difficult, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. You can also check out the attack on my LFA later. Currently not with full soul power. That is also kind of horrible, because now I have this LFA, and if I put full soul power on him, nothing I own, no hero I own, even if I reduce the speed by removing the boots and not using a speed stone and everything, none of my heroes is able to outspeed my LFA. So yeah, I have to use lower soul power to have some soul power for MFF, and then be able to actually outspeed that LFA with her, which is quite the task, I have to say, because there's like 2,700 speed anyway. So yeah, but it works. Ooh, another full orange. We got a bunch of full orange as well. I think Jesus ended up around 3-star on most of the higher tier artifacts, treasures, I mean. So maybe we can do the same. We'll see. So that's the thing. But yeah, it would be cool to see some hammers in events again. And that will also give free-to-play people... Ooh, full pink one, nice! An opportunity to reroll B-tier copies, because that's like... It just seems like an odd thing. to reroll B tier copies, because those hammers are so expensive, and then you end up rerolling a B tier copy, and you are pretty quick at the point where you spend more on hammers than on the copy, which is weird. That is really weird. So yeah, but if you got them from an event, well, maybe that's worth it. And there are definitely some improvements you can make on the B copy, like the B copy from TBB I bought, for example. CI offset, control break, that definitely has some impact on her CC. That helps a lot. In general, if you find a lot of sources of CI offset and control break, that helps TBB a ton. Especially control break is worth a lot. But CI offset, if you get them from star spawns, I always notice that. Like, full. The Vesser one. All damage dealt, I think. Nice. Okay. It's never a second one. I think we got that at the beginning, but never again. I noticed that recently, that when I compare my CC to the CC other players, orange one, Inflict is like super consistent in comparison. I think a big part of it is obviously the treasure train, but the other part are really the star spawns. We spent a lot. We got that for the first time now. After 600 tickets. Bloody hell. Okay, that's madness. Wow. And we spent a lot of time rerolling star spawns, and especially the CI offset star spawns, and I think that really helps. That really helps. Can only recommend that if you want to go for some TBB or Starving Jar CC, get yourself the star spawns. These CI offset star spawns, there are 2 of them. They can already provide you with so much CI offset. In general, star spawns, people kind of forget about them. They say like, okay, now it's treasure chain because you get 14 million attack there. And yeah, it's important. No question about it. But if you go into the star spawns, there are some key stats there that you get. Armor break, CI offset, holy damage, all damage dealt, and especially block, I have to say. I saw that recently that one of my guildmates, I think it was, he didn't have this block star spawn. And I noticed that HHA is really not the same on your team. Got it twice there. Not the same on your team if you don't have the block star spawn, because you just don't natively have too much block, especially on stars, not star spawns, on Transcendence heroes. So you don't really reap any rewards or any buffs from HHA. You don't really get the shields, and it's quite hard to survive. So I ended up having to use some block imprint actually, which can be better than a DR imprint. Full pink orange one there, nice. Which can be better as a DR imprint, especially if you lack this whole block star spawn and still use HHA, because then you get the initial blocks. You build up your shields, you get a little bit of all damage reduction if you have the sublimations on HHA, and then it can be quite good actually. So yeah, that's a topic itself. Last 100 now. Then we have to collect a lot of chests, and also we can see how far we progress stuff. I think we have to start upgrading, do our first round of upgrades, and then we can see which chests we are going to use. I don't think it matters too much actually. Obviously, if we have the option, we don't go for that one, but a full pink one, we take it. We will go for the all damage dealt one. I guess that's good. I mean, it's not like we need it. We overkill sealant by thousands of % now. We have to make some live stream, by the way. We have to make a live stream, and we have to clear the remaining sealants. I don't really want to do too much there, but it will be fun to watch because, yeah, for example, light sealant, I think. Oh, another one. Nice. Okay, we got really lucky, I think. Honestly, those were pretty good summons. I think those were pretty good summons. Very nice. We can overkill every single sealant. Like, really overkill every single sealant. And we have to do that. I think they are going to release sealant 40. Yeah, well, not in the near future, but I think at the beginning maybe of 2024. And I want to be ready for that. So I think we're going to do a live stream and just overkill every single sealant. Okirimaru mask there. And it will be fun. It will be fun, obviously, to see. I don't know, we can think of some crazy strats maybe. Let's do those last 30, and then we can see which sealants are still open. I think I did dark. I think I didn't do light. We did a video on light with Tussilago clearing a stage. That was fun. I have to do light, and I think I have to do fortress. We did shadow, I think. Maybe there are only 2 of them, but still, it's good live stream content. Another full orange one. And we got 2 more. I don't think we need to use those. Let's see for a second which sealants are still open. Okay, it's only Light and Fortress. Now we can still do a live stream of that. That will be fun. Maybe we can clear it with a new hero. I don't know. We'll think about something. That will be pretty cool. So let's collect those chests. And yeah, should be 7 of every single chest. That seems to be 8 of the last one. I think. Wait, how far are we actually into the next series? Okay, we got 720 points. We need 5 more, which is like 2 more tickets. Okay, yeah, but that is another thing. Okay, let's check out our stats. Mainly we care about this because that is like the points. 12, 3, 6, 7, 9, 4, 9. That is our attack. And 1.333 billion HP. Let us do our first upgrades here. Can't believe we have some stuff to retire. Okay, we get the initial upgrade first. Everything to 1 star. And then we get our huge upgrades. We already got some 5 stars there, which is very nice. Those are probably the purple ones. Then we get the green ones that go to 4 star. We got this one indeed quite often. Though we got this one more often. Interesting. And here we go to 3 star plus 5. Very interesting. But I think we are going to go for the ice cream cone. Maybe we can upgrade that. Okay, we got 45k back here. Yeah, those were indeed the proper ones. Okay, let's check out our hero merge series now. This is the damage reduction by attack one. It goes to 6 star. Let's use as many chests as we need to get that to 4 star. And then we are going to go for that. I think that makes sense. Let's do that first, and we get 1 Onkirimaru mask as well. I think we will need 2 of this one. Oh well, no, not 2 of this one. I think we're going to need 2 of this one. We are going to need an Onkirimaru mask. And maybe... Let's see which ones we want to focus. That is the one that we just got towards the end. It's attack. That was pretty cool. It's HP. We got 40% block here. And this is like a stat one. Honestly, I prefer the stat ones here. Just because it's like, well, we get stats and the other stuff is like kind of bad. We don't really need the other stuff. And we have another fixed attack here. Yeah, we want to max this. We want to max the other stat ones. Do we have stat one here? I think the Onkirimaru mask is actually the stat one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me just use those chests. It will take a second and then we'll be right back. Okay, and that is done for now. So this is now our hero merge series. Unfortunately, not 5,000 points. That is a bit sad. I would have hoped for that. But I guess, I mean, it's alright. Speed, control, immunity, I think we don't really need that. So yeah, it's only for the bonus. So let's see what we actually got here. We got, I focused on star levels first and then on the right artifacts. So we got a few improvements in star levels here. We got both of the pink ones to 4 star plus 1, which is very nice. This one, the swing, that is that Eloise swing? I think those are all artifacts from some hero, aren't they? Or are they not? Because a lot are. Like this should be Eloise swing. I think Vesa does indeed. Does she have ice in one skin? That's Onkirimaru stuff. The bike is from Mystic Fairy Freya. She also had... Oh, that is from Star Swordsman Mockman from the skin. Gloria? Who does have the book though? I never noticed that. We just noticed that now. It's crazy actually. Annabelle maybe? Ah, that's very cool. Does it say that? Treasure story? No, it doesn't. Blaze sunglasses. No, it doesn't say where it's from. Autograph basketball. That's kind of cool that they used items from skins from that. I mean, is it lazy? We probably had that lying around, but it's pretty cool. I like it. So, okay, we went for those stats. Got all of that stuff. I didn't use those chests for the proper ones yet. I didn't really think it would make any sense. Just, I mean, they will obviously at one point be just crystals, so I can use them whenever I want, really. Didn't do it an hour though. From the red ones, I maxed the stat. I maxed the star level that I could reach there, or the level below, and then I went for the bike because that's fixed attack. And here I went for the Onkirimaru mask because those are also fixed stats. Here I went for the rose, also fixed attack, and down there it was already maxed. So the stats that we get from this now are 132.9 million HP and 1.3 million attack. Some buffs for sealant, damage reduction by attack 135%, armor break 23%, speed 90, control immunity 11.5, 10.2% HP, skill damage 33, which is not too much, precision 27 is nice, damage reduction, crit damage reduction, all damage dealt, block, attack, and crit damage. So we get some pretty major buffs there, should help in the future. Total treasure bonus 13.7 million attack, 1.46 billion HP. Actually, quite the major buff. I don't think we went up in the series anyhow. No, we were been slacking on tickets, honestly. We didn't really do much in terms of that. But I think we got some pretty decent pulls. Quite happy with that. The foolish test, of course, never can be forgotten. And there we are. 1.48 billion HP with 14 million attack. Very nice, actually. Let's check out the Aspen as well. Aspen... now even with lower soul power at 70 mil, very interesting. Let's max his soul power actually. Let's see how much he can actually have. Does he have the right gear? Yeah, only damage, skill damage, so not even the highest attack. Let's see how much attack we can put on him, just to end this video. Okay, we max out that. Then we have some soul power left, and we can obviously distribute that to our SQH to get some extra tenant stats. So that's done now. Let's see, 74 million. Kinda crazy. We can also go for attack, 77 million. And then we can cheat with the flag, because that works as well. 79.4. So I say we have some pretty good power here. Slow obviously cheated with the 79 mil and with the attack, but yeah, like with the regular setup that we also use for Flameshine, for example, which sadly isn't open right now, otherwise we would go there. 74 mil now. And 70 mil for the regular Star Expedition setup. So I think it was well worth it. Pretty good event if you saved up for it. And other than that, I would say I wish you guys a great day, and we'll see us in the next one.